All right. Welcome to another edition of Monday Halls Live on the Carlos Collects Comic channel. I got a couple of my good friends come to help us out on the Monday Hall show. We got Comic Champ joining us tonight, as long as Strictly Channel favorite Paul Comics. Paul Comics.
Yep, I am here. I see we brought the champion.
Paul's just here to
Indeed.
regulate.
Yeah, that's right. Bam.
So it doesn't look like we have anybody lurking in the chat yet, which is a little ironic, but it's okay. We'll just move right along here. Paul didn't send out any reminders. Must have been. I blame Paul.
I didn't know I was supposed to be on, but you said to come on, and I'm
I
here.
did. I twisted his arm, forced him to come on. I will start with a great pickup that I got from Mr. Comic Book Champ himself. I just picked up a book that Paul is supposed to be A-OK and me here for weeks now.
Oh wow, okay.
Good Captain America 100. This is a great copy, and I'm very excited to have it. This is a book that I had in my PC. I sold. I wish I would have never sold, but it's been a long time since I've had one of these, and I am happy to add it back to the collection here. So thank you very much, Mr. Comic Book Champ.
Hey, MT, if you don't mind,
Yes,
dude, would you mind sharing some after images once you get it pressed and clean? Because it does need a little bit of work outside
Absolutely.
the interior, though. The pages look beautiful, man.
little before and after action.
Yeah, dude.
I got
sure.
I got one of these for you, MT.
You got me a coupon.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Good for one. Code word Paul. Code word Paul. All right. I also got an A-OK from a good man, Michaels. He gave me a good old double impact. Feel the impact, gang. And this is
Oh wow, okay.
a double cover, metallic cover. And this is a good Michaels Michael book, F-U-C-K. He loves that kind of stuff. And then he also sent me over a set of Jim Starlin's Breed, which I have not read yet. Good old Malibu Comics. Hey, we got Comic Book Champion the Cat, and there's Michael. Speak of the devil. This is definitely, at least I think it might be a Michael type breed. I don't know.
He
But
said
what
I have issue 1.
Hey, Joshy Craft, Josh, good to see you, buddy. The
Jesse
double
Grab.
impact. You've got the double impact there, Michael. That's definitely a Michael book. So what we're gonna do here, gang, is I've got a couple collections that I picked up.
For Pete Sake.
Hey, for Pete, and I also got, this is my delivery haul for today. So I'm gonna open up the books that I got delivered today. Live, and we'll discover what they are together because I have no idea what they are. But first of all, we're going to go over to our newest member of Monday Halls, Comic Champ. He's going to show us what he picked up in the last week and a half. Oh, I should probably go through the premise here. Monday Halls is we go through and show off what we're collecting. If there's new books or new titles that we're interested in, or whatever is relevant that we are inspired to pick up. And we kind of show them to you, and we talk about why we decided to pull the trigger on them and what we're looking forward to. So I'm going to take it over to Champ here. What do you got for us?
Right on. All right, so nothing new as far as, came out this week or last week, rather. Books will come out a couple of days. But I'm going back right now and picking up anything that has anything Namor / Fantastic Four related. So I was lucky enough to there is a gentleman that lives near me that has an incredible collection, and we were able to work out a deal, and I was able to pick up a couple of early Fantastic Four. So here we have issue number 9. This is the issue where, if I'm not incorrect, I don't remember the issue 8, but I know they're going through some financial struggles, and they were stepping into a system, something to do with a film, or something like that. And then of
Okay.
course, he's being himself, so he's trying to trick him and take off with the wifey and all
Oh,
that.
Okay,
Right.
is that what we're doing, Comic Champ? All right, I got the dollar ones ready, baby.
I know you do, bro. This one I got for 50 cents. Right?
Yeah.
I found this.
Probably what-
Yeah.
top loader.
Now, one of the reasons I want to show you guys this book is not only
That's nice.
because obviously it's an early Submariner, Fantastic Four, this one being issue number 14. But what's really interesting is this particular type of top loader that I've not seen before. And
I've never seen that.
this guy actually has the majority of his Fantastic Four books are in, I guess, top loaders, if you will.
Well, that's kind of
And
more
was
of what
really-
a clamshell, though, right? Like it
Thank you.
clips
Yeah,
together.
yeah. So what's really interesting is, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but it actually says patent pending on the back. So I'm not sure if he developed this or where he got it from, but it does hold the books real well.
It'd be great for shipping.
I guess you
what?
could
If
like
I'm not
stand it up
incorrect-
too, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it displays really nice.
Mhm.
I believe I shipped a couple of books over to MT. And I believe one of them was in the loader like this, if I'm not incorrect.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't. All right.
No.
Maybe I didn't send it that way just because I was like, he's probably gonna wonder what the hell I'm sending him.
Yeah, that's good that you
so-
didn't do that, champ, because
These are
Right,
my
I stole
he,
Pat.
he doesn't deserve that.
these are my two most current Silver Age pickups from last week. I got a theme for the next round, unless you want me to
So-
show.
So Namor, we
Dollar
were just
General
discussing
General
Namor,
Dollar
right?
top
And,
loader.
and Namor was cast, right? We have an
Right.
actor tied to
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Namor,
Enoch.
Yeah.
and you know
Yep.
who that is?
Yeah, Enoch. If you ever seen the show Narcos, the Mexico, I think it's season 3. He's one of the main characters in that show.
Are they going like Spanish type name?
Yeah, so they're going to rewrite the storyline for him, and maybe I think they're doing this to kind of differentiate him from Aquaman, right?
Right.
So there's going to be a connection between, if I'm not incorrect, a Aztec warrior and a I don't the Aztec warrior is the father, I believe, and then his mother is the Atlantean, or I'm not sure exactly how they're going to go about it. But needless to say, we're not going to get the traditional storyline that we all read. I think they're still going to do a great job. The guy's an amazing actor. The only thing I think he needs to really do is buff up, because Submariner is not a tiny guy.
No,
This guy's not a small dude, but he just needs to get beefy, so he can look intimidating. So I'm really excited about that. So right now I'm on a whole, like, I'm on a Submariner pickup right now.
Right.
All Silver Age Submariner, I'm on it right now.
well, because the leading theories about Atlantis is it's either in the Azores, which is off the Iberian Peninsula, which would mean Spain or Spanish or dialect, or that it was off of Bimini, which would put you essentially in the Aztec Empire. So I think that's a decent mashup as far as historical context, or at least our understanding of Atlantis in a historical context. So I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
He always looked a little bit different in the comics. Always had that kind of look to him. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see Namor.
Yeah, for sure. So am I. So that's Silver Age. On a more modern note, and I won't take up too much of the time here. Since The Boys are back, the television show, I figured I'd show a couple of books I picked up recently. Now, I have a copy of issue number 30. Right, this is the trade dress, and I had this for some time. So I went to one of my local shops, and I wasn't aware, but there's a version variant of that.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And
Bill
you know,
the
considering-
Butcher.
Yeah, dude, and it's it's The Boys, and out of the entire run, I think they might have 2 issues that were version variants. So I was just like, this is an amazing pickup. I think I paid like $3 for that. I also picked up a couple of other books. This one, of course.
The
can you guys
Animal
tell?
House.
Yes, exactly. So it's a what would you call it? A homage or?
Homage. Yep.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's
So
a great one. I haven't seen that one before.
yeah, this thing is fire, dude. And then this one here, this was the one that I was just like, really? Can
Now,
you
is that a
guess what
one
they?
shot or is that in the? Is
Was
that
that
in
the
Nope.
aliens
the
homage thing?
yeah,
Yes, this is the Alien
Mm.
homage.
Right.
Yeah. So
nice.
I was just like, man, they got really the
I just
females of
guessed
the
that
species.
because we usually have Edwin Price. He knows all these modern
He
stuff.
knows all that modern stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Damn, we need to get him on the phone. The female of the species is the most deadly, is more deadly than the male. This is actually where you go into the details of the female
Aliens
character, the
3,
female.
right?
So pretty neat. Just happy to bring those. And if you haven't read the story and you're enjoying the show, I recommend you go back and read. You know, buy the trade or paperbacks, however you want to get it digitally, however you get it. It's amazing. And then
It is really well written and shocking.
yeah, Garth Ennis does not disappoint ever, man. So,
Right. All right,
so
we're gonna go.
that's a combination of what I got.
Well, I'm gonna roll over to Paul here and let's see what goodies he got at the dollar out of the dollar bin this week.
No, I went to the nice record shop, and that was the other hall. That's not this one.
For Pete's
But I
sake,
found
I think he's still coming from Atlantis. I don't think that they've punted Atlantis, at least not to my knowledge. But if you maybe you know some inside stuff I don't. I think that they were just kind of playing off because he did have a human half
Oh,
and
I-
a Atlantean half. But anyways, go on, Paul. Go ahead.
I went to this record shop, so I found me a couple of nice.
What's key about that book?
I don't know, some I seen with Nick Fury and Doctor
First-
Strange, so I picked
First,
it up.
Alec Quartermain.
Oh, is
First,
that what
Alec Quartermain, who's supposed to be the father of a second generation Marvel character, and I can't remember who it is. It's a girl.
So this
That's
one is
the-
like the old Black
Old
Knight, I
school
believe.
Black Knight with the bucket head.
And I found this one, old Cosmic Cube.
First
And
appearance.
then like
of the
what
Cosmic
Comic
Cube.
Champ was saying, anything with Namor.
There you go.
And I found the cameo, Red Sonja.
Is that the cameo or that's the first full, right?
It's the full, right? I think the second one is the 24 is like her on the cover.
Yeah, when you see her name on the cover, but that's first full as far as I know.
Well, she's on the cover and the name on the 24.
On the next one, on 24, but that's actually considered the first full appearance. 23.
And this one was a nice.
That's a gorgeous book.
So if y'all don't know, this is the
First Fire Lord.
yeah Firelord. There you go.
And if you're into collecting Heralds of Galactus, he's considered to be, top tier Herald of Galactus, but a great
And I
Thor
found
character.
a nice Red Wolf.
He had a kind of a short-lived run in Avengers, but a great character.
And nothing but good Frank Miller goodness.
And the best there is of what I do.
Is that where he says it on that one? And I got that one.
Ooh,
Tattoos are intact, but I will be sending
50
it out
cents?
to get graded.
Little boob.
No,
dollar
I paid a
bin book,
little. I paid a little hefty on these.
$1.50.
yeah, okay, I see.
$1.50 he's in on that one. All right.
Yeah, that's definitely a $1 book right there.
Yep.
Oh, you done?
I seen it. I was like, $1 book. Yep, I am
Okay,
done, sir.
All right. So I too have been collecting a few, and I believe this is
Yeah.
the guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Enoch Huerta.
I too have been collecting some Submariner books. I'm going to show you a more modern variant I got here pretty soon, but this was one I just picked up this week. Tales to
Okay, is that
Astonish
what we're doing?
100.
I
Classic.
got my daughter books ready.
Yeah, another $1 book. You know me, I'm a sucker for 2-point perspective cityscapes. And so we got a 2-point perspective cityscape on this cover. Plus, it's a big key issue of Tales of Astonish number 100. Epic length 22-page battle. I also got this book,
Oh,
which
nice.
is a scroll key. It's one of the scroll generals. I can't remember if I showed this last week or not, but I got another copy this week.
Yeah.
I got
Nice.
this book, which is kind of cool. I'm so jealous because Michael keeps showing me all these double covers he's been finding. So I found this gorgeous double cover booty book, Frank Cho booty book, and then ended up being a double cover variant of the king size A cover underneath. And that almost looks like a Ken Lashley cover, but I don't know who did this one. Ed McGuinness. That's Ed McGuinness. I know that.
Yeah, it
big-
looks like him again.
That's Ed McGuinness. So Frank Cho, always loved Frank Cho art. Hard to go wrong with Frank Cho. Before I get into the cold opens here, I'm going to show some of the other stuff because I got 2 key sets. This was in like my heyday of collecting, is when I collected most titles, was during this time period.
FGCK said Art Adams.
Oh, you're telling
That's
you're
what he
telling
said.
me
He said
that
Art.
inside's an Art Adams and not a Ed McGuinness? Look at the face on Hulk. He could be right. Michael might be right because we did just talk about this the other day. Arthur Adams is listed on the cover, but man, that looks like an Ed McGuinness face to me. That's how he used to draw his Hulk faces. But you could be right. Could be Arthur Adams. I picked up a set of these from Michael not too long ago, and I just bought another one. And I might make this a trivia question on a giveaway here, so you guys will know. What this is X-Men Deadly Genesis. Now, everybody should know giant size X-Men, when they introduced the new team with Storm and Wolverine and Colossus and all that. Well, they're playing on that, and here's the cover homage to that. So this would be the
Giant Size X-Men 1 homage. Yeah.
That's the old team. And what this story is, a little bit of spoilers here, is in Giant Size X-Men #1, the original team gets captured by the island Krakatoa, that living island, right? And the original storyline goes that they send this team in of X-Men to save the original team. Well, lo and behold, to come to find out that Xavier trained an entirely different team of X-Men to go and save the original team, and they ended up dying. And then he formed a second team, which would be these guys, to go rescue them, and that's the story we know. So what this is this was the team that he trained, and we saw some of this in X-Men First Class. Like, this is Darwin. You remember Darwin from the First Class movie? He could evolve to fit any circumstance, like he could breathe water, formed gills to breathe water, became fireproof, stuff like that. This is Sway, and she had like time control. That's Sway, I believe. She had time control powers, and then she was a geomancer, so she could control Earth, kind of like the old Captain Planet gang, right? And then, but this guy here, he's the most interesting because he lives on in the comics still to this day. This is Vulcan, whose name is Gabriel. He is the third brother of the Summers, because you had Havoc, you had Cyclops, and there was a third brother who is called Kid Vulcan or Vulcan, and he's an energy manipulator. And the thing about Havoc and Cyclops and Vulcan is their powers don't work on one another. But he goes on, spoilers, he goes on to become the emperor of the Chitauri Empire. But this was an excellent read. This was a pivotal story as far as the galactic tier X-Men stories. It was a game changer. It was right around the time of Disassembled, which changed the game for Avengers. This was right around House of M, when they killed off all the mutants and reset Marvel. So this is when Joe Cicada was kind of restarting Marvel comics and going back to a continuity based model for Marvel Comics. So I got that
Oh.
with variant, which this is the variant which goes for more money. It's kind of hard to find that variant. This one here.
Hey, MT, how many issues are in that particular run?
I believe that this is a 6-issue run, but there is 2 variants to this. So if you get them all, I believe it's 8 issues, but I've got 7 sitting here because I've got this variant. And I picked up a set of these from Michael not too long ago, and I'm like, dang, I need to have another set. Because my original set is red. It's got ticks on it. You know what I mean? So I can't really sell that
That's
one.
the reader copy.
I won't be afraid to let a high grade copy go if I know I have another. The other set, I've been picking up a lot of these sets because I think this is a very, very important Marvel series. This retells, this Avengers Forever is what I consider to be the start of the modern era of comics. You get the different change in paper style, different printing methods in this. So this is in the late 90s, early thousands, and this is a story where they go through time and pick up all these Avengers characters in their most pivotal moments in history, and they form a little team, and it's all about Kang. So it recaps Kang Immortus story, and then it fully explains how Kang and Immortus are the same people. It talks about the space phantoms that are in Avengers #2. That was one of the first villains in the Marvel superhero continuity. And this was a weird episode where they go and get the 2-Gun Kid and stuff, but they got Agents of Atlas gets tied into this along with Captain Marvel. And they talk about, they pull Captain America when he's at his lowest moments, when he's plucked out of time, and he finds out that Bucky's dead and all that stuff. But basically, in this weird universe, the Avengers have taken over the entire galaxy. Like there's almost like a religious cult. It is a crazy story. The artwork is phenomenal. It also pulls Yellow Jacket out when he goes crazy right after he assaulted and had that domestic violence thing. It talks about how Vision and the original Torch, because the Vision was created from the original Human Torch, was a robot. This is before Fantastic Four Human Torch. This is the real Human Torch from the Golden Age. And of course, that's Immortus. You got Kang here. And then this is getting towards the end of the story. I'm not going to spoil what happens here at the end. These are the little religious type cult galactic warriors that they have to go and fight. It's a pretty cool story. At any rate, I think that this is, you need to read this. Rick James or Rick
Here it is. And also you need to pick up this one.
Yeah, Paul's got the Kang variant, which this is shot through the roof.
Yeah, I think it's like a 1 in 50, I believe.
If you got a spare, man, let me know, Paul.
I sold my 2 copies way too soon of that one. In fact,
Hey, MT, by the way, Spider Girl wants to know if you're selling that book, that Hulk book.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had it on a thing.
Spider Girl.
Yeah, you got to stop ignoring her.
Spidey Girl, yes, that Tales to Astonish 100 will be for sale. I need to clean and press it, but yes, that is one I will be selling. It is a copy. Sweaty Nation, thanks for joining us. Michael again. Spider Girl, thank you very much for being here. Flynn Games, my good buddy Flynn is here. All right, I got my cold open stack that I will do, but Champ, you got a couple more books you want to talk about?
Yeah, man, I do actually. So here's a book that I think everybody's been picking up. So I like to consider this: when you can't afford the first appearance, you go for the next best thing. And
That's
to
a great
me,
book.
this would be it. So this would be my 3rd copy. For the right price, I will always pick up this book. Regardless of whatever happens with the show, I've always enjoyed this issue. So, picked up this
Always
book.
been iconic. Read what it says on the cover, because not everybody might know what it says on the cover.
Yeah, here you go.
Hold it up a little bit.
All right. Okay, now, this is your second chance. If you don't buy my book this time, I'm going to come to your house and rip up all your X-Men.
Classic.
The first time I saw this,
cover.
dude, I was like, did they really write this? This is like the coolest thing ever, man. And she's holding her first print, first volume.
Volume 1.
I
Yeah.
think like the final issue, she has a couple of X-Men books, and I think she says something. I forgot what it was, but yeah,
Like
she
she
does.
refers,
They do go back.
take
They
it back
do
to
go
the first
back.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they have another
And then,
one where she says she will appear in the nude, and then they have the infamous jump rope issue where
Right.
she's jumping rope.
Dude, can I tell you, I was such a perv. I went so far out of my way to get that issue when I was like years and years ago. And Jesus, dude, it's so
It's
dumb.
a classic issue.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but still.
That's Marvel
So-
comic collecting lore there.
So this
Ooh.
is a book
Hmm.
that if you can find, I recommend you find this book. This is Miss Marvel #1. This is the 1 in 100, and I believe we were just talking about Art Adams. He actually did the cover for this issue.
Yeah, that looks like Art Adams to me.
So this particular book was flying under the radar for some time, probably way too long. I mean, news about the show was already out, and this was still going for maybe $80 to $100. That's no longer the case. But if you can find this raw or even grade it, this one I would say this is a keeper. This is a hold. This is to keep in the PC. So with the whole Miss Marvel show coming, I figured I'd go ahead and share this one. So I'm not sure if anyone's seen this one before. This is not one that
You
you
think
find
Captain Marvel and
quite often.
you think Danvers and Miss Marvel are going to meet up in the show?
No, actually, I think
You
they're
don't think
gonna
so?
meet in the movie. Yeah,
Oh, in that
mean,
movie.
it would be cool if they do, but I don't believe they will. So to keep with the Miss Marvel theme,
So let me
Um,
ask you this: do you actually read the Miss Marvel comics, the new Miss Marvel?
I read the Champions.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't
Hmm.
read the Miss Marvel series itself, the volume.
Yeah, well,
Not
they
at all.
kept canceling the title because they couldn't sell any of them. But yeah.
Right. So I mean, the thing about it is
Do you like the
It-
character?
the character didn't really appeal to me. I like her better in a team setting, and I believe she has good leadership qualities. If you read issue 1 of Champions, they deal with a lot of I mean, they're teenagers, but they're dealing with a lot of serious adult related themes. I don't want to
Sure.
spoil it for anybody, but just in issue #1, I mean, they get into some serious stuff. So initially,
good.
when I first bought the volume, I bought it because I wanted to have my daughter read it. She was getting
Okay.
into reading comic books. But then after I read the first issue, I was like, I can't let her read it because she's 11 now. She was only like 7 years old at the time.
Okay.
So, but as a teen and as a leader, I think she has tremendous qualities.
okay.
On a solo series, it wasn't really my thing. So speaking of teams, and sticking with the Miss Marvel theme, this is a B cover for the Totally Awesome Hulk. Now, the thing about this particular issue is this isn't really a formal team, at least not in this issue. The Protectors, as they refer to them as,
Okay.
actually team up in the following issue. But this is I actually think it's a very hard to find cover. You can go to eBay or go to your shops and see if you can find this issue. I believe it's a 1 in 25. And Totally Awesome Hulk was not that popular at the time, so you're not going to see a lot of this particular issue.
Who
just
is the
thrown
artist
out.
on this book? I
This
like
is
that
done
art.
by Mukesh Singh,
Okay.
and to be honest, this is the only cover I have by that artist, so I
Never
don't know
even heard
much
of him.
about him. What I
So-
really liked about it though was it looks fun. Like
It
this is one of
pops.
those fun covers. Yeah.
See, this
There's
is
some
the
good
book
dimension.
I've been picking up.
Did you find it at the dollar bin?
Is that another dollar bin? So that's the 16 that For Pete's talking about. And
Yeah,
why
so
is that important, Paul?
yeah, so then I hope they do that at the end because you know that and for Pete Saki beat me to that. Damn Pete, but that's cool. Great minds think alike, but that's what I'm hoping that happens. But I think Champ said that it'll be in the movie, so I've been
Yeah, I mean,
grabbing
if
a
you look at
lot
the
of these.
poster, there's
Every time I
they have
see
the
these
3
books, I
logos.
pick them up like crazy.
Yeah. So those
got-
Go
are
ahead, Bob.
You got another book?
nope. These are the
Okay.
books. I wanted to have a theme related to what's going on currently. You know, you
Yeah,
have your
very good.
She-Hulk, and then you have your Ms. Marvel, and hopefully the show does not disappoint.
I really like the concept of Kamala Khan. The girl
Kamala
that
Khan.
Kamala. Are we gonna get
Kamala.
it?
Khan.
It's technically
Uh,
it's Kamala.
Unfortunately,
No,
I
it's
happened
not
to
the-
read the first couple issues of when they came out with her, and I'd have to
Mhm.
say, like, there was not very good messaging in there for young girls. I didn't think they seem to have turned that around in Champions, like you were saying. I really hope they can do her justice as a concept. I think it was really something new, and I hope she does well. Or I hope her show does well. Is it out yet? Do you know?
Wednesday, I believe.
Wednesday, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So we looking
Yeah, I
forward
mean,
to
I have
watching that.
I'm hoping for a lot of good things, but I don't believe that show is actually made for me. I think it's made for a younger audience, female
Exactly.
based, possibly.
Yes.
They
Exactly.
rewrote the story of the character. I actually like how she became, how she gained her powers in the comic books rather than what they're going to do in the show.
Yeah, I've heard that
Um,
criticism a lot. Yeah.
But you got to let that go and just go along for the ride.
And
And
some of
it's
that ties
typically-
into licensing and who has the license to Inhumans and things like that's out of like creative storytelling. So that's
Yeah.
probably why they went that route. We could probably spoil it because they've told people what's the difference so people know.
Well, she's an Inhuman in the comic books.
In the comics, what is
Right.
she in
So,
the show?
Yeah, so
she's
in the,
gonna
in-
get
when-
her.
when the
She's gonna get her powers with the. What's it
bands.
that the bands? Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Nega bands.
Mm.
Well, we don't know
Nega
that
band,
they're
right.
the Nega bands. If they're the Nega
We don't
bands,
know,
people
correct.
are going to throw a fit. But still, okay.
Right.
All right, Paul, what you got, buddy? Thank you, champ.
Oh
Sure.
yeah, y'all ready for my dollar stuff, right?
What did you get
Nigga-
out of the 50 cent?
Nigga comic
this
champ,
week?
boy. Nah, these are. I just put select a few books that I'm planning on getting graded, so I'm just gonna show them. This one does have the stamp in it. I am going to get it graded.
What do you mean a stamp? That's a Mark Jeweler?
No, it has the Marvel value stamp in it.
Oh, okay. What's key
Yeah.
about that book, Paul?
Which one?
The one you just showed.
Well, I mean, it just has Hulk fighting two guys, so
Oh, okay.
that's what I like about it. It has hammer and anvil. So
Third appearance
no,
of
this is-
Wolverine.
yeah, I know that. I was waiting for you to say it.
Okay.
And so I got this one. I think it's a nice high grade, but I'm gonna do Wendigo.
Yeah.
Nice.
It does have some of that stuff we were talking about on Sunday. I think like blue up here.
The overspray.
Yeah. So I think I talked to Edwin about it, but he says that they don't.
They don't
Really
mark
knocked
off
down.
for that. Now, what
Yeah.
they did is if they had stacks of the books that didn't sell, they would spray paint the top of the book and send them back, and they would get credit for them. The newsstand.
Yeah, I've
That's
seen
what that
some of them
overspray
have
was
like.
for.
I've seen some of them have like the half gone, because I guess that they were allowing them to tear half of the page of the cover and send it back, something like that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, some of them, if you ever notice, like half of the cover would be missing of the old ones, but this one too. So
Another
Nice.
dollar bin book.
no, this is
Yeah.
going to get graded.
What is
But
it?
it is
Paul?
nice.
Tell people what that is.
So
Dude, is that a
this
Canadian variant? No, no. it's
No,
not.
this
No,
is
no.
but no, the one you're talking about would be the 35-cent one that people could
Yeah.
get. No, this is a rare, but it is a nice. I'm putting it
What
in
is
like
it?
in.
Tell people
Nice.
what it
First
is.
appearance of that guy with the fur on him.
So what it is that everybody, what I'm thinking about is that Wolverine's coming, so that's his number one nemesis. It's crazy how his number one nemesis is on Iron Fist. book,
Iron
but
Fist, right?
It is the first
Mercenary.
Sabertooth, so I'm gonna try to catch up to Comic Champ because I've seen he has one behind him. But this one's nice high grade, so I'm gonna get it.
That's
graded.
one of Roman Curtis's favorite books, right there.
Yeah, he
Dude,
buys
when he
off
shows
all
up
of
in
them.
that issue, it is one of
And-
the coolest panels I have seen in a comic book before, man.
And this one I am going to get graded. It does have, it may be a 3.5, doesn't need to be cleaned, but it does have the insert in it.
It's
So
a sharp looking 3.5, but
I sold another one that didn't have it in there, and I finally found one that did. So this does have the insert. Does
what is that?
I don't know. So Batman and Robin, they have trouble getting women. So this issue helps out everybody, men wise, and Batman and Robin get a woman. So if you read this book back in the 60s,
They
it
look
was
angry that she's there. Actually, I don't know if you noticed.
She
yeah,
looks
see,
like-
they're
It's
saying
a
trouble
Peter Pan.
between.
You know, that's a Peter
Yeah.
Pan cover's wife.
I think, yeah, they were
Yeah.
saying,
It
but
is.
this,
It's the Peter Pan with his shadow and the boots.
Wow.
but everybody knows Poison Ivy.
First appearance of Poison Ivy. Not everybody knows.
Yeah, so
Right.
I sold one for Pete Saki a while back on Strictly, but it didn't have the insert, but this one does, and I'm gonna get it pressed. But I'm showing y'all what I'm gonna get graded because I didn't do too much of a haul since, and this one. So
Dang.
Juggy.
I'm putting this at a 4.5, but does have them.
And what's this
But-
book? Talk about this book.
So when you read this book, it's kind of crazy because when I got to the middle, I did not know that Juggernaut was Professor X's brother,
Uh-huh.
but supposedly, like, he's not even a mutant. So I
Yeah.
was like, how's that even possible? But he gets his powers from
Sidorak.
yeah, but he wears the helmet and stuff. It's funny.
helmet,
he wears
yeah.
the helmet so he doesn't get his brother doesn't get
In his
In
head.
his head.
in his head. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you didn't know
That's a
because
great.
his name
By the
was
way, great premise.
Marco Kane. You have Charles Xavier and his brother is Marco Kane, so you can immediately understand that they're brothers.
No, Spidey Girl, I sold one because the one I sold did not have the pinup. This one does. I finally found one that did, and luckily I found it before. I mean, it's just this book has gone crazy. Yeah, so this one too, because I'm knowing that since Professor X showed up, this is his brother, so it's no brainer. Just go get it graded. So those are the ones.
I mean,
I'm getting
he
graded.
appeared in that in the last Deadpool film.
Right.
Juggernaut
right.
did.
He
Yeah.
was excellent in that, way better than he was in the other X-Men movie.
Yeah,
the
for sure.
Juggernaut, dude. You know, those kind of.
So yeah, those are the ones I'm gonna get graded. I do have some other ones, and I may show them next time on another Monday haul.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna do a couple cold opens here, but a lot of people didn't see this because I started with the show, but I got this. Oh, not this one. This one from Comic Book Champ in the mail. He was nice enough to sell me a copy of this, and I am glad to have a copy back in the collection. So I want to give him a shout out. Well, I guess
That's my graded one, but you keep
you were
stepping
supposed
over.
to A-OK that to me months ago. I keep hearing about it all the time.
Thank you, Jason D. I appreciate that, man. I love the support from everybody in here. I'm sure as hell don't get it from the pen.
Yep. We are happy to have Paul with us. And
by the way, MT said he's going to give us some before and after pictures of him working on that.
That's what I just
Captain
said.
America.
WCK, I said he wasn't a damn mutant.
yeah, I'm gonna clean and press this one for
Ooh.
Champ. That's why I showed that. I'll do some before and after.
Oh,
on both
so
of
Champ
these.
sent it to you to get pressed and cleaned.
He said that Paul was gonna pick up the tab and A-OK.
Oh,
yep.
That's what he
Oh,
said.
I took a
okay,
screenshot
that's-
of that coupon and MT took
Right.
it.
Oh, that's what it was?
We made an NFT out of it.
Right. Okay, so let's open my first book in cold open, and we've got a good one.
Oh, this is nice. A lot of people,
Wow.
this book gets overlooked a lot because people go after the Iron Man 1 and Submariner 1, but supposedly I've heard this is released before those two books were.
It was. It
Yeah.
was released before. This is
And you get
supposed
both
to
of
be-
them on there, and you get, I like that book.
This
Right,
had
yeah.
some pressable defects, some cleaning to be done, but I think that this is going to press up into the 8s, if not a 9.0. We'll
No,
see.
it didn't look like an 8 to me. It looks like a 5.0 or something like that. Let me see the
Well, I
page.
got it out of a dollar bin.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You ain't got it like that, boy.
So
Don't make me show the
super excited.
dollar
to
stack.
add
You
this.
want me to show the dollar stack? Don't make me show $1.
All right,
The
we'll
entire
go to the
stack was
next
$1,
cold
by the
open
way.
here.
Oh, is that what it was?
Oh, okay. Let's see if anybody can tell me what this one is.
Oh, let me see. Move that thing out. What number is it? I can't. Oh, number 3.
Number
Oh,
one.
number 1. This is what's a variant, but this is Koye, I think, right?
This
Yeah.
is the Dynamic Forces variant of the first Doja his like harem of wives. But you're right. This is the first appearance of Okoye, who's going to be the star in Wakanda forever.
Koye.
Okoye.
Yeah. So what's cool about this character is that I think she was supposed to be like a back character, like, but a lot of people have gravitated towards her as a strong woman that's head of his guard and all that. It's like
She killed it in Black Panther, bro. And
Yeah,
right.
well,
That's
she
what I'm
was-
saying.
supposed to
But
have a
like,
spin-off
she's
show.
a strong woman. Yeah, that's what I
She
mean.
came
Like,
in as a wildly popular actress from Walking Dead.
Walking Dead. Yeah,
So she had an immediate fan
Sean.
base already.
for sure. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
But this is a man's world.
let's see what's in this one. Oh, a lot of tape here. A lot of tape.
Oh man, we are. So what I like about this is that we are. It's actually like we are here, unboxing with him. He's not.
Right. And if you remember last week, there was a couple. Oh fudge.
So if everybody doesn't know, Joe Quesada has left Marvel.
yeah.
Right.
So we don't know if he's going to go to DC or if he's going to do independent.
Independent is what I read in an article.
Yeah, so a lot of these guys are doing independent because they're getting all that money, independent money.
Right.
They're not getting like taxed on DC and Marvel for creating stuff for
Well,
storylines.
Well, I mean,
Marvel
when you think
seems to
about it-
be more concerned with just printing books to keep licensing rights than actually writing and producing good comic books.
That's
Well,
the
you
whole
have
point,
to,
right?
so you can
that's
keep the
nice thing about
licenses.
independent people.
See, you never went to Business 101. I've taken that class. You have to keep the characters, so it doesn't matter if they write blah blah. They're just trying to keep the characters a business standpoint. Well, I tell you, man, people don't.
Creative freedom, man, is worth the price.
Looks like we got a run of classic
okay,
80s G.I.
Zartan.
Joe books. Zartan,
Mm-hmm.
little known Storm Shadow character. What's the other guy, Paul?
Did you just say? Oh, Quick Kick.
Quick Kick. You bet.
Yeah. Yeah.
For kicking quickly.
Oh, and that's you got these from Strictly, huh?
Indeed, I did.
Ah, yeah, that's the 50th issue. I think there's a couple of people first appearances. I'm not sure.
So I will stack these with my G.I. Joe collection. I actually
What's crazy about the G.I. Joes, yeah, FUCK, you were kind of late. Quick, I don't even know what that means.
I don't have a full run of G.I. Joe. I especially don't have a lot of the higher numbers. Those are the ones that are kind of harder to get.
What's crazy is that G.I. Joe series was more in tune to the cartoon
Yes.
versus the Transformers being way off. And then what people don't understand is that the movie Transformers, the movie, changed what G.I. Joe was going to do because they were going to kill Duke in the beginning.
Yeah, right.
Well, because like what's funny is that I was watching it as a kid, and then you see the snake go through his heart or in his heart region, and they say, he's in a coma. My dad came from behind and looked at the cartoon and looked at me. He goes, "That dude's dead.
Yep.
There's no way he went into a coma." I said, "Dad, you're ruining." Yeah, he's like, "Dad." I'm like, "Dad, you're ruining it's a movie. He's in a coma." He's like,
Paul
Nah.
ran to his room and
Right.
cried all day.
I will say
dude,
this,
he done that to me a couple of times, man.
the G.I. Joe movie has the best opening song of any movie.
Yeah,
ever
the whole.
produced. Cobra.
He's like, the snake is poisonous and went through his heart region. No, he's dead. He's dead. I'm like, no, he came back. Look, he's come back. He's like, nah.
Look at this, and look at this, Paul. I even got a free sticker with this one. Paul likes to give away stickers with his comics.
Hey, man, it's just something different, man. Everybody just Oh yeah, this Thor core.
This is
So
first
you
Thor
have
Corps.
yep, you
You got
have
Beta Ray Bill,
mhm,
Eric Masterson, who was another
Thunderstrike.
alter ego that would come to be Thunderstrike.
They
And
they were Flynn Games. The GI Joe was low printed because I guess these people stopped reading them. Same thing with Transformers. When you
yeah,
get to like 70 something on up,
the
they're
print
more
counts
harder
were
to
super
like.
low.
155 is GI Joe is almost as valuable as number one. It's just crazy. But they didn't print out that many.
Okay.
Yeah, but a lot of people have been specking on that Thor core.
I just love that cover. Oh, obviously I did like it.
Oh yeah. So
Don't
you got.
ship comic books without backer boards, people.
Yo,
I mean, I
for
don't
real.
see why you continue buying from the same person. That was the same person from last week.
It could be.
So
No,
if y'all don't know, this is a good movie too. This Hook, I couldn't watch it because man, I can't believe for kids and the Hook was killing people. I was like, wow, this is great.
Murder was a case that he gave me. A little Rufio Bangarang.
So is that one the newsstand? The other one was a newsstand as well. Oh, nice. What year?
Dang.
I think it was like 90
All right.
something, no?
Newsy and Newsy, you're talking $1 books, so that would at least get you into 1990. And I believe that Hook
1990.
was a 1992 movie.
Yeah, so 1990, you wanted those newsstands that were kind of harder to find.
You wanted the direct. Oh, wait, you're right.
Yeah. Of course I'm right, man. I'm here. That's why.
1992. Was I right or was
Yeah.
I right? Nice. We'll get a board in this immediately.
The boards are over there by the third box on the left over there, sir.
Gotcha. Where would I be without you?
Hey, going back to the GI Joes, what came first, the show or the comic?
Really, the show?
I mean,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Was it?
I think
the
they both came
toys-
out at the same time.
They did.
What
The
did
Was
it-
it
show
the
came out
toys,
first.
the show, or the comic?
What had happened is like they lifted they had a law where you couldn't
Directly market
directly market the
kids.
the toys to kids because that was, but they lifted it in the 80s and then people they used the cartoons and commercials to promote the toys. All these were promotion for toys. That's all they were.
And the reason they were allowed to get away with that because they had the PSA at the end of the cartoon.
Oh yeah,
Right.
public
Knowing is
service.
half the battle. Like, don't burn your sister with hot oil, and
Yeah, don't run them over with the car,
light the
or at least
house
hide the
on
evidence
fire.
or something like that.
I
This is how
remember
you
that
hide
one,
the
yeah.
evidence.
That was my favorite.
This is how many people fit in the back of a trunk.
now this is professionally packaged. It's wrapped in
Oh,
paper,
wow,
like
okay.
I like to do.
Is that origami there?
I don't know what that was. It looks like
Hopefully,
some
it's
kind
to
of.
watch this be like a dollar book.
You getting a slab of steak in there? I mean,
I don't mean, man.
you
You
get
look
from the
like
butcher?
Ooh, it's the book I've been chasing. I'm talking a lot about this book.
my Jason D's asking about the Micronauts. How did that work with the Micronauts?
Micronauts was a comic specifically written to sell a series of toys. The toy line came before the comic books in Micronauts. And ironically enough, there's only like one or two characters that came out of Micronauts that
Oh man, you see what you did, Jason D.
got me digging.
Wait, isn't that the same thing they did with the Transformers? They had the toy line already in mind, and they reached out to Marvel and asked
Well,
them to create a comic book around it.
they came from Japan, so they had the toy line in Japan already,
Yeah, already.
and then they brought them to the U.S. and they were trying to think of how to promote to sell them.
And while we're on talking cartoon books, Visionary is one of the most scarce action figures out there, and their comic books obviously did not sell very much either. This was kind of
Those are the figures that had the different shield things on there.
Yeah, they had the little holograms on the staffs. But the comic books are hard to get too. But the
there you go, Flynn Games. I think that was the exact book that he sold last night.
I did sell a copy of 140 last night. I didn't finish discussing this. This is a higher grade copy than the one I sold last night.
That one looks like the same one. Let me see. Go closer.
Same one. This is
He's
Growing
reselling the
Man,
books.
who is the sidekick of Kang the Conqueror.
Sling Games is a bad,
he's like his
bad
little
boy.
crony.
He knows.
So, I mean, I don't know if he'll be in there or not, but still, anything Kang related is hot and worth picking up. This book, for whatever reason, I've had a hard time getting high grade copies of this book. It has been really hard to get my hands on. I do have a couple copies now. I'm going to clean and press the ones I've got. I will be making more of these available to the general Strictly Channel family.
So what he was saying last night about that book is that since Kang is coming, that's the sidekick or something, or
His
When you
little
first see
crony
Kang appear in
sidekick,
the
they
comic
used to
books,
appear
he brought
together a
him out.
lot.
Yeah.
yes, with 2 seats facing the back.
Oh wow, that's nice.
Wow. These are these are the when DC.
Oh yes, poor Pete. My parents had one of those station wagons with the flip up seats in the back that used to face the. Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, what kind of station wagon was that
They
he's
were
talking about?
Oldsmobiles.
Oldsmobile?
They were great.
I thought he was talking about like the Buick
Well,
LeSabre
Buick
ones. but-
Oldsmobiles, Buicks and Oldsmobiles had the same bodies. It was the same company, Buick Oldsmobile. Is that
Okay.
anything?
That's Adam Hughes. That's from the New 52 run.
These look like books I got from Paul Comics.
Damn, you just opening them up now? No, that wasn't for me.
The DCs.
That was a nice Catwoman cover.
I don't know why they're snuck in with my Masters of the Universe books, but
Well, they're all
All right.
DCs though. That must have been like a DC.
so
That
at
was-
any rate, we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. We appreciate everybody being with us. You got any questions? Fire away. Ford Fairmont station wagon. Okay.
Wow, I thought he was gonna say like Ford Taurus. Come on, Flint Games. I thought it was Ford Taurus.
I want to really thank Champ for coming on last minute. I kind of hit him up pretty late, and
Oh
he
wow,
agreed to
wow,
come
I
on.
like that. I like
Paul
that.
Comics.
Alec Gill. Oh man, you missed
Miguel,
out, buddy.
What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. Would not be a show without Paul Comics. I'm glad.
White Tiger.
Hey, you
I
know
mean,
what? For Pete's sake, brings up a good point, man. Everybody has been bypassing that character. I know everybody thought that Enoch Huerta might end up being that guy in the Black Panther
Oh
film,
yeah.
which would have made sense because of the Hispanic character already in the comic books. But I think there's still room for that character
Now
to
that you
appear
said
at some
that for
point in time.
Pisaki, you know, I mean, just like.
Well, Carlos.
But I think
Colette
this is
goes-
his daughter, I believe. But
yeah, that's
David
the one I got.
Goodness.
That's her series. Carlos Clux goes door to door telling people about the good news of White Tiger.
Door to door?
Put him all the time. He does love good White
Did you
Tiger.
just say door to door?
Yeah, I did.
This is your religion?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I got me a set of that White Tiger, the female White Tiger too. What's the first appearance of White Tiger, Paul?
Was it Spectacular Spider-Man 9?
Is that right? Somebody verify that because I'm not sure. Anybody in the chat?
Oh, it's his sister. Oh, okay. I thought it was All right, for Pete Sake.
Well, didn't they in the Daredevil Defenders universe on Netflix make White Tiger into a girl in that one too?
Yeah, so what for Pete Saki's saying is that what I just said is the comic book first appearance, but he came out in I think he came out like in an iron, something like that in a magazine size. So he's right.
Spectacular Spider-Man
But
number 9, but his first appearance is in a magazine size Deadly Hands of Kung Fu number 19.
Yeah, but that's just what for Pete Saki said. For Pete Saki just said that you just so
Let's give
a
him
lot
credit.
a lot of people gravitate towards the comic for some reason. A lot of people don't like the magazine size. Everybody goes after the comic books. This is the first time in the comic books. But, you know.
I think it's a storage issue. They don't want to have to get different boxes. But I will say, like, the covers were mostly painted covers on those magazine books, and I absolutely love those.
Oh, Jason D, like that, man. Spectacular Spider-Man 9. Come on, Jason D.
All right. Well, hey, we're going to wrap it up here. Paul, final thoughts.
Just thank you for having me on, and then Champ being on here. I may have him on, but I'll probably have MT on Wednesday. I have Edwin Price with me. Y'all come back and show up for the giveaway show. We're going to talk about certain topics or whatever topics we want to talk about, and then we'll engage with the chat. Always a good turnout today, and appreciate everybody who's been in the auctions with us, buying up the books, having a good time on there. Just this community is so great, and then just to come on and with these two guys, I appreciate it, and just always enjoy the support, and I'll be back again.
All right.
And check us out on Wednesday. I'll reach out to Champ if he wants to come on, and
No doubt.
Yeah, come back and see Paul take over Wednesdays here on the
Paul take over Wednesday.
All right, Champ.
Just don't tell Carlos.
Just don't tell Carlos. Champ, you got some final thoughts?
You know what? I'm gonna kind of go in the same vein as what Paul said. It's always good to do something other than just sell books, right? We do more than just that. We read them, right? We collect them, we read them, we discuss them, and that's part of the whole community thing. So thank you for coming by. Hopefully we showed you guys something that you weren't familiar with, and thank you for the guys and everybody that actually chimed in and provided input to what we were discussing. So that's actually what it's all about. So I really appreciate it. Thank you for having me. And
I just want to say, on top of what Comic Book Champ has said, Jason D has said multiple times on like Wednesday or Monday, like he sees some of these books and then he'll go and pick them up, and that's really cool in this community. We like he said, we just don't sell all the time. We like to come and talk about comics because that's what we like, and obviously people in the chat like it, so we enjoy it. And like I said, when we get purchase books from us, I'm always excited and happy. It's like, hey man, it's going to a person that loves and wants to pick up comics for his collection. He got books from me in his collection, which Comic Champ said very well, and always enjoy being on here. Sorry, Champ, go ahead.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
All right. Well, I appreciate my two co-hosts for tonight, and you know, I often get accused of going a little heavy on the infotainment during auctions, so I kind of like to have this format to talk about why I think books are important. It's not just about selling paper for me either. I love these stories. I love these characters. I think the messages are great. And I like.
Thank you for Peace Socket.
I like the engagement with the chat. I like to hear what you guys have to say, what you guys think about things, and filling in the gaps in our lack of knowledge is always great. If you can help us out with that, we wouldn't be able to do this without you guys, and I really appreciate you guys showing up and contributing. We certainly couldn't do without you. Again, thanks to Paul Comics and Comic Book Champ for showing up with me here tonight and bringing you our Monday hauls here on Carlos Collects Comics. And with that, we will see you all next week. If not, come see us on Wednesday. Come see us on Wednesday, okay? We'll see you guys. Good night.
See you guys.